All right. Well, I think we're on the last day of this job. We're gonna polish some things up, clean some stuff up, show you the finished product, and get moving to the next one. All right, we got one little high spot here I want to get rid of in this pad before we get going. So I'm gonna come into my Trimble. And this makes it easier, skid steer and everything, you know. I can break that up pretty good. So I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna bring my bucket. You can see we're fairly level across the machine right here. And you can see, so I'm gonna bring my bucket down, gotta level it out a little. It's pretty much right there. We'll bench this. Now I can come back over to this spot that's a little high, and I can kind of break it up a little. So watch. I'm gonna put my bucket on here. Well, we're actually fairly close. A little low there. So I'll show you, with my bucket. Get this camera off here. All right, so I'm gonna show you with the bucket. You can see right there, I'm 18 inches above. So I'm gonna level my bucket out a little. And that's that spot. So I got an inch. I'll set it over. I gotta tilt my teeth just a little. Or just a little bit off. So take about just a little, probably I could just take my teeth. So if I go over here, set it down. Right, I'm right on grade right there. You can move it over a little low, so I can probably move what I've got here, which is actually right on grade. Just you can see how accurate you can get with this. I mean, it's not like I went along with this thing and tried to be, I went along and I listened and whatever, but we got a low hole right here. We got to put a little bit of material in, not a lot, so I can throw stuff over into that spot. But I think that hole is actually pretty good right there. So I'll grab some material off the top of the bank, toss it over. We'll let Brian to the skid steer tack it in, and we'll keep cleaning. Just gotta find some decent material. Spot right there. Brian will be able to shove those rocks off. Be able to pull a little off the top of this bank, but I think on this bank I want to smooth the edge up, because I think eventually he's going to rip wrap this. So I don't want to take too much out of this. You can see yesterday I walked right up the bank with a skid steer. That works pretty well. Like I say, for rough grading, because this is just subgrade, it works fairly well. And especially, you know, I like to use this on septic systems too. It works. I don't ever have to get out of the machine with a septic system. I can really sit in the seat and do step by step. You can put your whole print in, and you know, I'm going to show you that once we get moving on a few septics, but it works really well for that. I can just continually put different offsets in and basically never leave the machine as long as the material keeps coming. Alright, so I'm just going to clean the top of this bank up a little bit. Smooth it up. That way, you know, whatever they decide they want to do with this. To dress this corner up a little bit. You see, I built a little small rock wall on that corner. Dress the edge up just a tad. getting low, and we'll get back at it. All right, so we're polished up. Made a bank over there. We left him a pile of material. He asked for it, so we left some there. This is all shaved down. It's within, you know, we're within an inch or so everywhere. It's subgrade. Like I say, Trimble works awesome for what we're doing. You know, with the 2D grade system, I hemmed and hawed, and I didn't know if I wanted to do it. And honestly, it was I want to say it was 28 or 29,000 when I did it. But the biggest thing, you really don't need anybody else. You know, you don't need anybody running stick. And yeah, I can get out of the machine and I can set there with a stick and check myself every once in a while, but it makes it so much nicer. And I mean, you can see on that job, I could just go and, you know, we changed grades a few times and a few different ideas the homeowner wanted to do to make the lot work for himself, which is fine. So, you know, kind of sometimes I had to remove some material, but a lot of times, cellar holes, anything like that, foundation prep, you can dig them once and you're done. You know, you don't have to recheck, you don't have to have somebody down in the hole with you. It works really good. So we're tracking out, we're all done. We are headed to the next one. Next one's gonna be, we're gonna clear some trails, and we got a few food plots we're gonna make, and hopefully that should kick us through till spring. I've got one garage pad that I might do, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this series on this job, and we'll keep them going.